We're in the transfer season, of course, and it's time for another transfer episode where we discuss the best and trending news in the transfer world. Without wasting much time at all, Victor, I know we always rate players, but there's no reason why we should not rate manager appointments as well, especially when it is a big one involving, a club like Manchester United. So, Victor, rate Manchester United's appointment of Michael Carrick as interim manager until the end of the season.
I mean, 5 out of 10. What the hell else can I say? It's the best of a mediocre bunch of options, I guess. But would it have been better with Solskjaer? Probably not. And I would most likely say the same thing if he was appointed instead of Carrick. I still think they should have taken a punt on Big Ange Postecoglou. Not because I want to see the world burn. I think he would have been a better appointment, but let's face it, he would not have accepted the 5-month contract. So now we have Carrick. In the immortal words of, I don't know, I'm sure someone famous must have said this at some point. Meh.
Interesting. Anyways, over to you, Max. Everton have sent an official bid to Fenerbahce for En-Nesyri on loan with a £17 million buy option. Do you think it would be a good move for Everton?
Well, it's definitely not a bad decision because this is not the outright buyout. So you have a loan and you can, the player have time to prove himself because last 2 seasons he was doing, I say, relatively good. And for the amount of 17 millions, the player in good age, he will have still like at least 3 or 4 seasons in good form if he continues. So I say for this type of money, for the Everton side, it will definitely be an upgrade of late. So I say it's a good potential transfer, but at the moment he can probably come and score like 3 goals and they will not just buy him. So this is a win-win situation for both team and the player himself.
Fair point. So over to you again, Victor. Arsenal are reportedly considering a move for Real Madrid midfielder Arda Güler. The player is reportedly said to be waiting to see his chances under new Real Madrid manager Arbeloa before deciding if he wants to leave the club. But from an Arsenal perspective, do you think this makes sense or not for the Gunners?
First of all, new Real Madrid manager Arbeloa. That sounds so temporary. You can't believe.
It's like carried to United.
Yeah, exactly. Even more so, I think. But as for Arda Güler, I mean, what do Arsenal already see as a flop? Okay, look, depth for creative midfielders is always a good thing, but I don't think this one should happen. Ødegaard is usually not that fragile. This has been just a bit of a freak season for him, I think, with the injuries, especially the shoulder ones. There's already Eze who can play as a number 10 even better than he does as a winger. Rice can be influential in creation. Zubimendi can play a part there. Merino can play a part there. No, I would say leave Güler be because that sort of money can be spent on a better striker because Gyökeres is not it.
Fair enough, fair enough. And back to you, Max. On the final note, City do not seem to want to stop anytime soon. After signing Semenyo, Manchester City remain interested in signing Guehi before the end of the January window. We already know that Guehi is definitely leaving Crystal Palace this summer, and Crystal Palace have said anybody that can pay their asking price of £35 million this window, they will be open to sell. But City are unwilling, to make that purchase. And the question here is, should they splash the cash now or risk losing him to other clubs like Liverpool, Bayern, and Arsenal who are interested in the summer?
I would probably say that most likely none of the teams that you mentioned will to pay 35 million to the player that will be free in like 5 months. So I just feel like Man City are playing the game, even if they want to sign him immediately. And right now, they're just playing a game with Crystal Palace, so they dropped the price to like 20 millions. That should be okay for the Man City if they still want to win the Prem and UCL. Probably Guehi will help them in that case. So I just say they're taking their time, they're looking at the other contenders and just wait for Crystal Palace to drop the price. So I feel like Crystal Palace will have to sell him anyways January because they don't really want to lose him for free. So they will still sell, but nobody knows for which price.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a tough decision. I mean, 35 million now or lose him for free to other clubs in the summer. But yeah, it's Manchester City at the end of the day. They have the cash to spend. It's a matter of whether they are going to spend it. We're just going to have to wait and see. Of course, a lot will unfold in the transfer world and we'll be here to give all the latest updates and developments as they come.